What's up everyone, and welcome back to Elemental Crafting. Today we're making these photo tiles, or at least that's what I'm calling them. A bunch of interchangeable settings to display your minis better. Let's get to work. First I'm going to head over to my Proxxon hot wire table, and I'm going to square off and cut up a bunch of 5" by 4" tiles. Then I'm going to cut up a bunch of bricks 1/4" by 1/2". Then I'm going to cut up a couple of 1/2" strips that I'm going to use as wooden beams. Now to texture the bricks, I'm going to use the coffee can and the rocks method. Put them all in together and shake it around. It adds really good texture to the bricks. Now I'm going to use a pencil to draw in the wood grain on the beams. Now I'm going to use some hot glue to attach the wood beams to one of the tiles. I'm attaching this beam off to the side. I don't want it in the center because that's where the mini is going to stand. Now using hot glue, I start attaching the bricks row by row. I cut off all the overhanging bricks at the end. Moving on to the next tile, with hot glue I attach 2 more beams. Now I'm going to take some PVA glue, put it all over the open area here, use a watered down brush, cover the rest of the tile, and this is the part that I forgot to press record, but I covered it with regular play sand. For this tile, I'm going to use a Green Stuff World texture roller. For this tile, I'm going to draw in a diamond shape pattern. Add some cracks. Now with my X-Acto knife, I'm going to slice into the lines that I drew. Using a tinfoil ball, giving all the tiles texture. Then use my pencil to bevel the lines. Now I'm going to go back in and open up those cracks a little bit more. At this point, I decided to come back to this tile because I didn't like the way the wood beam and the bricks were all on the same level, so I just added another wooden beam on top of the old ones. For this tile, I'm going to draw up some wood planks. Using a toothpick to punch in some nail holes. And I'm using a mechanical pencil to draw in the wood grain. Now for my last tile, I'm using a tinfoil ball to give it texture, and then covering it in PVA glue, sprinkling on some small wood chips, then covering the entire thing with a dirt and earth-colored grout mix. Give it a quick spray with isopropyl alcohol and let it dry. Then I add some dark green clumped foliage and some grass tufts. Now it's time to coat all the tiles in Mod Podge and black paint. This will seal and protect the foam. And now they're ready for paint. For the wood floors, I'm base coating it in a just plain brown. I'm using a tan base coat for the diamond pattern tiles. I'm using a satin finished dark gray for this tile because I wanted it to have a little bit of a shine to it. For the stucco, I'm using a trail tan. And for the brickwork, I am base coating it in a regular tan. Now for the wood beams, I'm using a raw sienna. And rather than paint individual bricks here, I use the sponge technique with a gray and with a golden brown. I thought it would give a little bit more of a realistic look. Now it's off to dry brushing. Did a pretty heavy dry brush on the wood floor with a tan. Then on the diamond pattern, I used a suede followed by a vanilla. For this tile I used a rain gray followed by a vanilla. For the wood beams I used a tan. And on the brickwork, I used the suede. Also used the suede on the stucco. And then back to the brickwork, I finished it off with a vanilla. Now it's time for the black wash. Now for this last tile, I just wanted to give the border a quick coat in Mod Podge and black paint. And that's that. I'm calling them done. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please leave a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time.